Welcome to the Eastward Update. I'm Councilmember Durwin Montgomery. This month we'll be talking about summer programs happening in recreations and a big weekend planned during National Black Theater Festival. But first, the city budget process is underway. The city manager submitted his budget, and now Mayor and City Council will review, make adjustments, and adopt a budget later this month. Here to talk about it, Assistant City Manager Ben Rowe and Trevor Minor, Budget and Evaluation Director. Good to have you all to continue some conversations in and around budget. Let's just dive right in. And what are we looking at this year when it comes to our budget?
This year we're actually looking at a situation that I think the city hasn't seen in a few years. It's an opportunity for the city to move forward on some of its equipment replacement this year. Revenues this year were slightly better than originally anticipated. And what we're doing this year is trying to enhance not only infrastructure, but some of the services and public safety this year, and we're able to do so.
And as well, there are a couple additional recommendations within this year's budget in reference to pay for employees. What is that exactly?
That is true. This year we have the opportunity again, we're looking at a 1% market adjustment for employees, and on average we budget for approximately 2% merit for employees. And that's what we're looking at this year right now.
And so based upon what the comments you've made and some of those items mentioned as well, besides those, what are some of the big pieces that the public should make sure they're paying attention to in this budget?
Things that they should definitely make sure that they're paying attention to is, again, the city's effort to maximize and be a little more efficient, very effective with the dollars that we allocate. Some things that, again, that we are looking at is some equipment replacement. We're looking at this year an additional, in the proposed budget, city attorney for nuisance abatement, looking at 3 fire captains for training purposes, and also 2 building inspectors this year is what we're looking at. Mr. Ralph wants to add on a few of those.
If I may add, there is a tax increase proposed for 15-16. The 2.5 cent voter approved increase that was approved as part of the November 2014 bond referendum, in which voters did approve 5 bond orders totaling $139.2 million. Leading up to that, we had said that it would require a 2.5 cent tax increase to pay off that debt. And so as part of the proposed budget, we do have that increase. So the tax rate would go from 54 cents to 56.5 cents. But it's only for debt. There are no increases for operations, because as Mr. Miners mentioned, we have experienced some better than normal growth for us that has enabled us to provide market adjustments for employees to really invest in replacing more of our equipment than we have. In fact, I will share with you that this is my 19th budget for the city, and I really haven't seen a budget outlook that has developed this way. We've typically had gaps and have been really working hard to control our expenses to kind of close that gap. In recent years, with some of the changes that the state has imposed, the mayor and the council have looked at tax increases to offset those impacts. But this year, with I think the work that's been done on controlling expenses, as well as some economic growth that we're seeing, the investments that the mayor and council have made in economic development projects and infrastructure, I think we're starting to see the results from that.
So as we continue to work through these things, and it's actually good to hear all that you're saying, where we look at numbers, the only tax increase that voters can expect as what's been proposed to us as council is the fact of the 2.5 cents, which came along with what voters voted on in this past November's election when they went to the polls for the bonds. And then overall, when we look at the dollars coming in, there seems to be an increase for us, a small increase, but an increase nevertheless in terms of what we're looking at in revenue for us for the year, which makes putting together the budget a bit easier and continuing to make sure that the same level of services, if not increase, which we're looking actually here with a few additional increases in services to our constituents as a community. How can the public be a part of processes moving forward?
One avenue that the public can take is actually attend some of the budget workshops. We have one coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, June 2nd, and also June 4th during the public hearing. That's the first public hearing. So if you go to the city website, you go to the budget website, you can see all the public hearings that are available, and we definitely encourage, and council usually encourages the community to come out to voice their opinion.
And so what's going to happen between now and when the budget is adopted?
Right now, we're actually in the process of working with council again in committee form, answering questions that the council has, very good questions that we as a budget staff have been presented by council. Also, during this time, after we answer some of those questions, we look at possible different options or scenarios after those questions are posed by council.
There will be more budget workshops, as Mr. Miter mentioned, the Finance Committee public hearing on the 4th, and then when the Finance Committee's recommendation goes to the full council on June 15th, there will be an additional public hearing that evening.
All right, and at that time, at the June 15th meeting, there's additional public hearing for individuals to potentially have comment on the budget, and then that is the time when the budget will potentially be voted on at that time. And then we'll see that hard work and dedication that you all and staff have put in for some time now beginning to come to a place. It's always stated that a budget document for any organization is one of the most important documents that the organization has on an annual basis, because it helps show where you're putting your financial resources. It guides you in many different avenues and ways. And so when individuals look at our budget, when they look at the budget for this year, where are they going to see those priority areas when it comes to where we're investing the most amount of our dollars?
This year, I think, as in most years, it's in the environmental health area, and also into public safety. This year is where you see a large investment in the dollars. If you want to add on specific.
Sure,
where we are.
but also kind of in general, I mean, it's investing in our workforce through the merit pay increase, in the 1% market adjustment, as well as in our equipment, in our facilities, knowing that because we've had some challenging times in recent years and that we've tried to really control and manage our expenses, we haven't been able to replace as much as we would like. But this year presents a real opportunity for us to catch up a little bit and to replace more police vehicles, some more sanitation equipment, more public works equipment. So in general terms, I mean, really investing in our workforce and in our equipment. I mean, basically to enable us to continue to provide the current level of service that citizens expect of us.
And so in this year's budget that's flowing through Finance Committee and then recommendation that'll come to full council, when they look through this process, they'll see those investments being made. They'll see environmental health, which is an inclusion of what we think about when we look at sanitation and those that come around. We look at public safety, fire, police, but then we'll also see overall how we're looking to invest in the workforce as a whole, and as well as what we look at in terms of additional facility upgrades that we're looking to make, and really being able to make some investments that we haven't been able to make in the past. So I want to say, thank you for the hard work that you all have done and the staff. It is not an easy process. I think sometimes people think the documents just appear out of thin air, but we truly thank you for the hard work that you do on behalf of the citizens of Winston-Salem to try to be a great steward in terms of what you all do, and then presenting something to us that we have to work from, and then being able to make informed decisions from that. So again, we thank you for the hard work that you all do for us as well.
Thank you, Councilmember Montgomery.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll take a look at some summer activities that begin this month.
Money for college, a job when you graduate. The Winston-Salem Police Department has you covered. Learn more about HBCU scholarship opportunities at wspd.org. The Winston-Salem Police Department. Reach for excellence.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Fair housing is for everyone. If you think you've been discriminated against, call 311 and ask for the Winston-Salem Human Relations Department. Fair housing, it's the law.
Welcome back. Children will be out of school this month, and Recreation and Parks has plenty for them to do. Here to talk about that is Recreation and Parks Director Tim Grant and Senior Community Educator Emerald Bowman. It's good to see you all and to have you all just to talk about some of the things that are going to be happening with Parks and Recs over the course of this summer. We always hear conversation from community about what's happening for the children, what's happening for our kids. And then we have some big events going on this summer as well, and Parks and Recs is playing a very vital role in that process. And so we want to first jump in and kind of talk about what's happening when children get out of school this summer. What are going to be some of the activities that exist for them to be able to do?
Well, thank you, Council Member, for having us back on your show. It's good to be here. School gets out here very soon, June 12th. And at that particular time, we will go into our summer programming mode. Pools, as you well know, are already open. We've got 4 pools open currently: Polo, Kimberly Park, Bolton, and Parkland. And then on June 13th, all of the remaining pools will be open. Again, I would encourage parents. We offer free swim lessons for everybody, so if you have a child or if you have a grandchild, get them out and get them involved in our free swim lessons. We do three-week sessions that are free to the public. This will be our 4th season with doing free swim lessons. This particular year, we expect to have somewhere, again, well over 950 people taking free swim lessons. So we're very excited about that. In addition, we've got several summer camps at about 8 different locations. So if citizens are looking for a summer camp, we just ask them to contact us or contact the nearest recreation center, and they can find out more additional information. It's going to be an exciting summer. As you well know, our Family Day at Winston Lake Park is already scheduled again for August 16th. We've got a number of different concerts scheduled every Sunday afternoon with the Camel City Jazz Orchestra in August. So every Sunday afternoon at 6 p.m. there'll be a nice jazz concert that citizens can come out to a park that's closest to them.
All right. Good, good, good. And so what else do we have and from a programmatic standpoint within the rec centers themselves? Are there things that are going to be going on within some of the rec centers over the course of the summer?
In addition to doing specific summer camps, we also have a lot of summer programming. We'll focus a lot on physical fitness, arts and crafts, computer games, computer educational games to try to keep the kids engaged during the summer, right, so that their minds don't begin to wander, and really try to help focus them back towards their academic progress. Again, for the month of July, what our hope is, we are waiting for a young lady to relocate here to Winston-Salem, and so hopefully in the entire month of July, we hope to offer a dance program at selected summer sites. She's a former instructor at the Duke Ellington School and is relocating here, and we've already contacted her, and she's excited about coming on board and assisting us with that. Again, we still got the Ernest Moore's golf program. The summer camp's going on with that. The First Tee golf camp is going on. There'll be the Hang the Net program again, as well as the Josh Howard basketball camp will take place. So a lot of different activities, and if anybody's interested in finding out more, as you well know, our We Play magazine just came out a few weeks ago. All of that information is located right here in the We Play magazine. They can pick one up at their closest recreation center, or if they would like us to mail them one, just contact us here at the Recreation Department.
All right. You mentioned in reference to some camps that Parks and Recreation does. Tell me a little bit more about the camps.
Well, the Ernest Morris Junior Golf Camp is for kids, and I believe that we're somewhere maybe in our 20th year. It is held out at Winston Lake Golf Course. It is a half-a-day camp that takes place for 5 weeks. There is a fee for that, but we also have the ability to scholarship youth as well. They'll spend a half a day learning about the game of golf. They'll also spend a half a day with a mentor at the golf course. And hopefully the goal is not only to get them interested in golf, but really to get them interested in character development, integrity, those things that golf really teaches all of us, discipline, time management, all of those things. A lot of the basketball camps, as you well know, Josh Howard will be back again with his camp, which is typically a full-week camp. In addition to that, we'll also have a basketball camp that'll take place at Roscoe Anderson, as well as Haynes Hosiery, that staff will be conducting as well. We also will have Camp Discovery, which will be back at Miller Park, which is a camp that's been very successful with children that have special needs. It is a full summer camp over there. The staff does a great job with it, and the kids have a fantastic opportunity to come out and get some activities and learn.
Definitely. And what are some of the things we have going on over the summer as it relates to, you know, our big event we have going on this summer? We have biannually, we're hosts to the Black Theater Festival here in the city of Winston-Salem. And so as a function of that, is also that question comes up again, how do our young people engage with what's happening? Because there's so much going on in our city, so much going on that the young people want to be a part of. And oftentimes in the past, they haven't always found that, and so they find other things to do. And so we wanted to be engaging in that process. And so working with the National Black Theater Festival, there are some things that are being done and worked on this year. So what are some of those things?
Well, I can get into that. How we're going to do it is when the kids get out of school on June the 12th, we will start Fairground Fridays. So Fairground Fridays will run every Friday from June 12th through July 31st. So that'll be from 7 to 10 p.m. where the kids can come out, hang out. We'll have an excellent DJ presence, music housed by Mr. Bill's Production. He will supply a DJ as well, and Buster Brown will be the host. So it's just going to give the kids an opportunity to hang out. We'll also have a vendor presence. We're looking at Winston-Salem State to come out, looking at their Human Performance Sports Sciences, which has something to do with recreation, so they can learn. Not only will the kids go out and have a good time and dance, but we want to provide a presence where they can have some educational components as well. Not only Winston-Salem State, there'll be different dance companies, there'll be different theater companies, different vendors to come out and show the kids what all is housed in the community of Winston-Salem. So the main part of having a theater presence is that we will have the National Black Theater Festival, Teen-tastic, which will start August 6th through August the 8th. So having that theater presence through Fairground Fridays will prep the kids for Theater Festival. So August 6th, 7th, and 8th, the 6th will be Gumbo Night. The 7th will be a great fashion show that they're going to have, which will be a purple affair. And August 8th, we'll have a national artist, K-Camp, who is provided through Interscope Records. So it'll give the kids something to do. The thing with Teen-tastic is it will start from 8 to midnight, but we'll open the doors at 7 o'clock and just have music running and allow the kids to have a good time. Now this go around with Fairground Fridays to piggyback, we will not have the indoor skate park, but we will have the indoor presence to have concessions. We'll have arcade gaming units, and we'll have the bathroom open. That will also be running through for Theater Festival as well. So it'll give the kids something happy to do, something fun to do. We'll provide a safe presence. It'll be staffed by Recreation and Parks. We'll have outside volunteers as well as the police presence. That'll run from June 12th through August the 8th. So parents would not have to worry to decipher whether or not the kids are safe.
Sounds great. I kind of got stuck on Gumbo Night. I was thinking,
Not the food. Gumbo Night is more so a melting pot of different talents. So you'll have some dancing, some spoken words. So.
I was thinking about coming to get some gumbo.
Were you hungry?
But it's a great thing to be able to have, you know,
Right.
the opportunity for different things for the young people to come together and participate in things that reaches them where they are.
Right.
And how are we making sure this information gets out? I know we have We Play as one of the things. Are there
Right.
other ways that we're publicizing this to the community?
Of course, we've had our handbills that have just been generated, and 5,000 will go through some of the high schools and through the middle schools. So it'll hit your 8th graders and it'll hit your seniors. So the thing with Fairground Fridays and Teen-tastic, we noticed last year that our target audience was 9th through 12th, but we had a lot of middle schoolers. So we're going to make sure that we can get them. We'll also push you through social media accounts. We'll push you through the city social media accounts, also our website. The handbills will also be housed through our recreation centers. So you know we have a lot of traffic, diverse traffic that comes through the 17 rec centers. So it'll also go through there as well.
So we have a lot of exciting things happening in Parks and Recs during the course of the summer. As you kind of compare last year's Fairground Fridays, there was a big success. It was a big success. What, if you recall, what were some of the numbers and turnouts from last year?
Well, last year was our first year for Fairground Fridays. We were very excited to partner with Buster and Mr. Bill's Productions. We had our low attendance number for a Friday night was 700 teens. Our high attendance numbers was 996. So we kind of fluctuated between 700 and 900 every Friday night. But we were very successful because the teens just needed a place where they could feel safe and come out and hang out. And we provided that for them last year, and we're very excited about providing that opportunity again this summer. And if someone's listening to this show and they would like to volunteer, just ask them to contact Emerald Bowman or Tim Grant with Recreation and Parks. We had several churches last year that came out and volunteered, a couple of fraternities that came out, and we think we'll have great numbers again this year. And the teens really enjoyed it. It was their space that they could come out and hang out and see their friends and have a little activity, have some games, have concessions, learn about what it would take to go to college, to go to a Winston-Salem State University, as well as to dance and have some fun. There were several dance contests. We were able to give out a lot of different prizes. So I know Emerald's been working very hard on the prize list for this year, and I might even get in one of the dance contests.
Make sure you tell me what day that is so that I can be present to witness that firsthand. But it's just exciting to make sure that we have these opportunities for our young people, and with the numbers that we had last year, I'm sure there's probably expectation and growth that those numbers will grow, and especially as we look to what's being done in conjunction with the Black Theater Festival, that those numbers may be even higher during that time frame because of all that will be happening in our city. And so the Parks and Rec Department has a big job to do working with not just our youth, but our entire community just on a day-to-day basis. But especially during the summertime, it's so important to make sure that we're engaging our young people in recreational activities beyond what they would normally do, and providing those safe and environments. As you say, oftentimes parents have those questions. Is this a safe place for our kids to be able to go to? And so we try to create that as a community, a safe environment, a safe place for young people to come and just to hang out. And so I'm looking forward to what we will be able to provide and to do over the course of this summer, and the activities and how they engage not just with the young people, but for the community overall, but especially what we're seeing for young people across the community. Are there some many additional items that we may not have touched on that you'd like to share with the public?
Well, I would just like to encourage people to get out. If you have not been to a park, if you've not walked a greenway, if you've not walked a fitness trail, get out and take advantage of that. We've just completed 5 new playgrounds. There's a new playground at Washington Park, a new playground at Sedge Garden, a new playground at Forest Park, new playground at Lineback, and I think there's one more that I'm forgetting. But we've just opened 5 new playgrounds, and we would encourage parents with elementary age children to get them out to the playgrounds. We've got a wonderful park system here, and I think there's enough variety for our citizens that whatever you might want to do, you can get out and find that and be engaged and be involved.
All right, sounds good, sounds good. Thank you, Tim, Emerald, for coming and sharing with us today, and for the hard work that you all put in each and every day in Parks and Recreation Centers, and surely the hard work that you all are going to be putting in over the summer for all of the programs and events that's going to be taking place. So again, thank you. You can see this program in its entirety on the city's YouTube channel, Winston-Salem Gov. I'm Derwin Montgomery. Thanks for watching the Eastward Update.